Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat on YouTube.com. And I thank you for taking the time to look at this video. Check out my other two channels. The Tom Brand one, funny, I promise you. Tom Brand one thoughts, and that is funny as well. I promise you. I promise you. I would never ever lie. But this video has to do with some raw thoughts from August the 5th of 2016. And these raw thoughts are in no particular order whatsoever. Let's see. Where do we begin? Opening segment, we have Mick Foley in the back talking with Stephanie McMahon. Mick Foley doesn't believe that Stephanie McMahon knew nothing about Triple H interfering and helping Kevin Owens win. Mick Foley refers back to a point 16 years ago. 18 years ago, actually, I think. In 98, when he looked at a young Stephanie, innocent Stephanie, and he says, "Stephanie, I want to believe that you're the innocent Stephanie from 18 years ago. Look me in the eye and tell me that you didn't know anything that happened." And Stephanie said, "Mick, I promise you I knew nothing about what happened." Do we believe her? To be seen, to be determined. But let this stand. Let this be, I think, the point where this would be the point going back to where when Stephanie does turn full heel. Right now she's bipolar. But that will be the point that they will be referring to when everything falls apart with the Authority and Mick Foley will be kicked out. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H will reign supreme on Raw. This will be the point that will be referred to as the focal point, the backtrack. That's where it all started, the genesis. And Kevin Owens wanted something grand. He wanted something grand for his celebration. The man got balloons, and when you get the balloons, that's definitely grand. Kevin Owens was speaking the truth. The crowd is not special. They should not hijack a show with their chants. He was correct. He spoke the truth. In that segment there, Seth Rollins, I don't think he will be full on face right away. I think right now he's a tweener, just after looking at Raw from last night. And Mick Foley said, after Stephanie McMahon threatened to suspend him for his actions, his mouth, Mick Foley's like, no, you're not suspending Seth Rollins. Instead, he will have a rematch because he was wronged. He will have a rematch against Kevin Owens at Clash of the Champions. And right there, it's the little things that matter. I thought to myself, why? Why, oh why, didn't Foley at that point say, and you know what, Roman Reigns deserves a rematch as well at Clash of the Champions because he was screwed as well. They didn't say that initially, but at the end, at the last segment there, at the main event, it was actually made a triple threat. Wasn't made a triple threat, actually. It was made a triple threat if Roman Reigns could beat Kevin Owens. So my question to you is, being that both men were in the same situation, Both were screwed. Why is Seth Rollins automatically getting the rematch and not Roman Reigns? It's the little things that matter. And after 20 years, over 20 years of Jericho in our lives, he's never been as good as he is right now. How could we be so lucky? He says, backstage segment there, he says, I like to congratulate the longest reigning Universal champion holder, Kevin Owens. 7 days. Oh, Chris Jericho. Don't you just love it, fans, when he calls us stupid idiot? Oh, Jericho. Drink it in, man. The gift of Jericho. When you seen Bailey come out, tell me, am I not the only one who wanted to grab a Hugger t-shirt from the closet? Didn't you just want to grab your Hugger t-shirt? Come on. So wait, another thing here. Fox is marketing the Lethal Weapon TV show as a heartfelt show about friendship between male adults. Really? Just a thing there. Bo Dallas is being repackaged. Believe in Bo. Bo Dallas got a squash match, and wonder where they hope to take this. But Bo Dallas, if you remember, Bo Dallas was supposed to be the big thing, and not Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas was the big star in FCW there. Bray Wyatt was Husky Harris. A couple of years ago, if you looked at the two, you would think that Bo Dallas would be the star and not Husky Harris, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt. It hasn't turned out that way. The roles have been reversed. And, listen, I loved the Bo leave. I love it. I loved it. They changed it up a little bit. Where they'll take it, we'll see. The guy's still young, though, so he's not an old guy. But I don't know how much more chances Bo Dallas is going to have. Maybe he's being kept around because of who his brother is. I mean, I don't know. Just, just what I'm thinking. Okay? But when I look at Bo Dallas, another question I want to pose to you, is it a little bit too late for Bo Dallas? I mean, the guy... excuse me. The guy with his long, slick back hair, the ring attire, I mean, long, wet hair, the ring attire, I don't know, he just looks like a jobber. And there's nothing wrong with being a jobber. But if he's not, if they don't want to make him enhancement talent, maybe this guy should change his look a little bit. The look is not working for him, what he has right now. A notable Raw improvement in the new era. KO watches on a monitor from a chair, actually facing the screen. When's the last time you've seen that? Little things that matter. And one of the, if you look closely, in one of the segments there, Stephanie is talking on her phone right before KO interrupts in the back. She's talking on her phone, but like she didn't have the phone that close to her ear. And you look closely, you could see that she's talking to a keypad on the phone, on her phone. Little things that matter, suspension of disbelief. Cesaro, watch it. Cesaro gets swept. Is reborn as the tape mummy man. 3-0, Cesaro is down. How about what we've seen from Enzo and Cass? Enzo just gave birth to an invincible baby in the ring. Enzo had labor on Labor Day. Forget all these aerobatic and interesting matches. This is why we love wrestling. A guy gave birth to an invisible baby in the damn ring. Jeez. So, they thought the Dudleys are old. The Dudleys are old thing was so funny they'd apply it to the New Day. I don't get it, man. And that segment was horrible. No one cared. No one cared. No one cared. Oh, man, was it pitiful. They need to get the belts off the New Day. Give the belts to the Bullet Club. I don't know what to save the Bullet Club. I don't know what the WWE creative is thinking with the Bullet Club. Because no one really cares about the Bullet Club. You got to remember that more than half, I bet you, I want to say 90% of the audience does not care what the Bullet Club was in Japan. They don't. They just care about what's in front of them now that the WWE. They don't care that they were in a faction called the Bullet Club in Japan. That doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to them. And the way they're being booked in the Bullet Club is not helping. It's not helping either that that Festus really can't cut a promo. And Carl Anderson is not that much better. I mean, let's call it like the way it is. That Raw stage, though, on another note, it's just so conducive to great entrances. The graphics look amazing. So we had Owens versus Zayn in a non-title match. And if you remember, again, it's the little things that matter. They said that this would be the last time, months ago in that last pay-per-view, that we would see Zayn versus Owens. Little things that matter. Certain people remember certain things. Dana Brooke doing her best Chase Daniel impersonation and holding a clipboard. Raw. She is taking notes. Taking notes in Charlotte versus Bayley. Taking notes on how to beat Bayley. Well, Charlotte did not beat Bayley, but Charlotte, let me tell you, overall, Charlotte looks more and more money every damn week. Good on the mic. That backstage segment between her and Dana after the Bayley match, where she slaps the tar out of Dana Brooke, impressive. Last thing I want to say, okay? I'm glad in that last main event where Rollins comes in after Owens defeats Zayn. And then Jericho comes out. So now you have Jericho and Owens in the ring. And you have Reigns in there. You thought, or at least I did, I'm sure a lot of you thought that you were going to see Seth Rollins. I'm glad we didn't. I want to see these two guys be kept apart. Just want to see it be kept apart. I don't want these two together. Just some of my thoughts from Raw. I hope all is well. And I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.